Why do old people often get cramps at night? The real 'cause you need to know. Have you or a loved one, maybe your parents or grandparents, ever woken up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp? You know, that sudden, sharp pain that feels like your calf is being squeezed tight. They bolt awake, gasping, wincing in agony. It's not just a sleep thief, it leaves a nagging worry: is something wrong with my health? It's more common than you'd think. A lot of older folks deal with cramps, especially at night. Not just once, but sometimes weekly, even daily. And what's worse? Most people just try to rub it out without digging into what's really going on. So, are cramps in older adults just part of aging, or are they hinting at something more serious? In this video, we're diving deep into why cramps happen in older people. We'll break it down in a simple, friendly way so you or your loved ones can take steps to prevent them and feel better naturally. Picture this: what if those sudden muscle twitches are tied to something as basic as not getting enough minerals in your diet, skimping on water, or even a side effect from meds you thought were harmless? A few small tweaks to daily habits could mean sleeping through the night and feeling a whole lot better. This video is especially for anyone hitting middle age or beyond, people caring for aging parents or grandparents, or just anyone who's felt that out of nowhere, stinging cramp. We'll cover the sneaky causes behind cramps in older adults, why they love to strike at night, and how to ease them naturally. If you care about staying healthy, especially as you or your loved ones age, stick with us. Understanding this is the first step to living better. So, what exactly is a cramp? A cramp is when a muscle suddenly tightens up on its own, causing sharp, sometimes knife-like pain. It can hit different spots: calves, thighs, feet, even fingers or your stomach, but calves are the usual suspect. It might last a few seconds or drag on for minutes, forcing you to stop everything and just deal with the pain. For younger folks, cramps often pop up after pushing too hard at the gym. But for older adults, they can strike when you're just chilling, even sleeping. Ever heard a loved one say, "I was out cold last night, then my leg locked up so bad I had to rub it forever"? That's a classic older adult cramp. What's happening scientifically? Your brain sends electrical signals through nerves to your muscles, telling them to contract and move. When you're done, the signal says, "relax," and the muscle chills out. But with a cramp, the muscle gets the "contract" memo but misses the "relax" one. It stays clenched, and that's what hurts. Think of it like clenching your fist, but someone's holding it shut so you can't let go. The muscle's stuck, tensing up without your say-so. Why are older folks more prone to cramps? As we age, our bodies lose some of their smoothness. Nerves slow down, muscles shrink and get less flexible. If you're not moving much, sitting or lying around a lot, blood doesn't flow as well to your limbs. And when muscles don't get enough oxygen or nutrients, they can panic and cramp up. That's why nighttime, when you're still and blood flow slows, is prime cramp time. Cramps aren't always no big deal. Some folks think a cramp is just a quick annoyance, rub it, done. But it can be an early red flag for bigger issues, like low levels of key minerals like potassium, magnesium, or calcium, which mess with muscle function. Side effects from meds, like blood pressure or heart drugs, that throw off your body's balance. Blood flow problems or diabetes, starving muscles of oxygen. A lifestyle where you're barely moving, letting blood pool in your legs. The key? Figure out where the cramps are coming from so you can tackle them right, not just slap on a band-aid. In short, cramps are super common in older adults, especially at night. They happen when muscles tighten up abnormally, often because of nerve glitches, poor blood flow, low minerals, or underlying conditions. Getting a handle on cramps means no more freaking out when a loved one wakes up in pain. Making smart changes to diet, exercise, or doctor visits. Helping older folks live healthier and worry less. One of the sneakiest culprits for cramps in older adults: Not getting enough minerals, specifically potassium, magnesium, and calcium. It sounds simple, but even a tiny dip in these can make muscles act up, triggering those sharp, lingering pains. Potassium helps nerves talk to muscles. If your levels drop too low, the brain can't smoothly tell muscles to contract or relax. They might clamp down and stay that way. Hello, cramp. Older folks often run low on potassium because of skimpy diets without enough fresh fruits or veggies. Long-term use of water pills that flush potassium out. Poor digestion, so the body doesn't absorb it well. Calcium isn't just for bones, it helps muscles contract and relax on cue. Too little calcium, and nerve signals can misfire, locking muscles up. Older adults, especially women after menopause, are at risk if they're not eating calcium-rich foods like milk, fish, or eggs. Their bodies struggle to absorb calcium from food. They don't get enough sunlight, which tanks vitamin D and blocks calcium uptake. Magnesium acts like a brake for muscles, keeping them calm. Without enough, muscles get overexcited and cramp. Older folks might lack magnesium due to long-term meds like antacids or antibiotics. Diets low in nuts, grains, or greens. Chronic gut issues like ulcers or malabsorption. These mineral shortages might seem small, but they hit muscles hard, especially in older adults. The kicker. Most folks don't even know they're low, since signs start subtle, just a few mild cramps, then get worse. If you or a loved one keep getting nighttime cramps, take a look at your diet. Maybe ask a doctor about a blood test to check mineral levels. Getting the right balance can not only cut down on cramps but also make you feel stronger and sleep better. Another big reason older adults get cramps. Dehydration, even if they don't feel thirsty. Sounds weird, right? But as we age, the body's thirst radar gets wonky. Lots of older folks aren't drinking enough water simply because they don't feel the urge, while their bodies are quietly losing fluid through breathing, sweat, and pee. Why does dehydration cause cramps? Without enough water, you lose electrolytes like potassium, sodium, and magnesium, the switches that keep muscles moving smoothly. Messed up signals mean muscles can seize up painfully. Plus, water keeps blood flowing nicely. Too little, and blood gets sluggish, starving muscles of oxygen and nutrients, so they cramp to complain. Older adults dehydrate easily because kidneys don't hold on to water as well. They're less active, so they forget to sip regularly. Some avoid water at night to dodge bathroom trips. Meds like water pills for blood pressure or heart issues flush out fluids and electrolytes. In hot or dry weather, it's even easier to get dehydrated without noticing, setting the stage for cramps when you're resting or sleeping. What to do? Drink water steadily all day, even if you're not thirsty. Aim for 1.5 to 2 liters daily, depending on your body and doctor's advice. You can also get fluids from soups, broths, or fresh fruit juice. Light teas or natural coconut water, no added sugar. Watery fruits like watermelon, oranges, or grapefruit. Pro tips. Don't chug a ton before bed to avoid waking up for the bathroom. Sip small amounts throughout the day. If you're on water pills, ask your doctor how much fluid and electrolytes you need. Dehydration's a silent troublemaker, messing with muscles and sparking cramps, especially at night. Paying attention to daily water intake is a simple but powerful way to keep things running smoothly and dodge those unwanted pains. Another under-the-radar cause of cramps in older adults. Poor blood flow. Think of blood like a river, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body, including muscles. If that river slows down or gets blocked, the land, downstream, like your calves or feet, goes dry. Muscles starve, weaken, and cramp to sound the alarm. Why do older folks struggle with blood flow? Aging stiffens blood vessels, making them less stretchy or even narrower. Plus, chronic conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, Hardened arteries. Heart disease. These can clog or shrink vessels, so blood struggles to reach muscles far from the heart. At night, when you're still for hours, sluggish flow gets worse, cueing cramps. A sedentary lifestyle doesn't help. Sitting too much, common when joints ache or you're just used to chilling, lets blood pool in your legs. Without regular muscle movement, blood doesn't pump back to the heart well, setting up perfect cramp conditions. How to boost blood flow. Small changes work wonders. Light exercise, walking, yoga, slow cycling, or nightly leg rubs. Don't sit for more than 30 to 45 minutes, stand, stretch, or pace a bit. Soak feet in warm water each evening to rev up circulation. Prop your feet slightly when sleeping, a small pillow under calves, to help blood flow back to the heart. Eat smart, cut back on fatty meats, load up on garlic, salmon, or berries for vessel health. Poor circulation's like a traffic jam in your body. When muscles don't get their supplies, they cramp, especially at night. The good news? With a bit of movement, simple care, and better habits, you can clear the roads and sleep soundly without cramps crashing the party. For many older adults, meds are a daily routine, pills for blood pressure, heart issues, diabetes, or cholesterol. But here's a curveball, some of those drugs might be quietly triggering cramps as an unwanted side effect. How? 2 main ways. 1. Electrolyte imbalances. Drugs like water pills speed up fluid and mineral loss, draining potassium, magnesium, and sodium. That throws muscles off, sparking cramps. 2. Nerve-muscle interference. Some meds mess with how nerves signal muscles, scrambling the contract-relax rhythm. Common culprits include water pills, like thiazides or furosemide, for blood pressure or heart failure, flush out potassium and magnesium. Statins for cholesterol, can cause muscle pain, weakness, or cramps. Blood pressure meds, sudden blood flow changes might starve muscles. Parkinson's or seizure drugs, tweak nerve-muscle connections. Long-term steroids, drain calcium, weakening muscles. Not everyone gets cramps from meds, and not every cramp means the pills are to blame. But if cramps ramp up after starting or switching drugs, talk to your doctor about adjusting doses, swapping meds, or adding mineral supplements. What to do if you suspect meds are the issue? Don't stop meds cold turkey, that can be dangerous. Track when cramps hit, how soon after taking meds. Morning or night. Bring your full med list, including supplements, to doctor visits. Ask about topping up potassium, magnesium, or calcium if needed. Meds are a double-edged sword, they treat one thing but might stir up others. Cramps could be your body whispering that a drug's tipping its balance. Stay vigilant, and you can tweak things to stay healthy without those painful surprises. Sometimes, recurring cramps aren't just about dehydration, low minerals, or bad posture. They might be a warning bell for underlying health conditions, especially in older adults when bodies get more vulnerable. Diabetes can quietly wreck nerves, especially in hands and feet. High blood sugar over time damages nerves, garbling muscle signals. This leads to random cramps, often at night. Tingling, burning, or numbness alongside them. If your loved one gets frequent cramps plus signs like peeing a lot at night, dry mouth, or constant tiredness, check their blood sugar. Underactive thyroid, hypothyroidism, slows the body's engine. Everything, metabolism, muscles, crawls. Sneaky signs in older adults include regular cramps, weak, achy muscles, dry skin, fatigue, weight gain, or a sluggish pulse. It's easy to shrug this off as just getting old, so it often flies under the radar. Heart or blood vessel issues don't just hit the heart, they starve limbs of blood. Clogged or narrow arteries mean muscles miss out on oxygen, triggering cramps, especially after walking or climbing stairs. Watch for cramps after short walks, achy calves or dead legs, This could point to peripheral artery issues, so see a vascular doc. Cramps aren't always a small fry. If they keep hitting an older adult, don't just massage and move on, think about hidden conditions like diabetes, thyroid trouble, or heart issues. Catching them early doesn't just stop cramps, it guards overall health and dodges serious complications. Here's the deal, cramps aren't some rare mystery. They can hit when you're snoozing, lounging, or strolling in the evening. For younger folks, it's usually from overdoing it at the gym. But for older adults, each cramp carries a message, like a nudge from your body saying, pay attention. It's not just a quick ouch. Cramps might mean your body's low on minerals, dehydrated, or struggling with blood flow. Sometimes, they're a soft warning of bigger stuff, like undiagnosed diabetes, thyroid glitches, or a med side effect. The good news? You can totally get a grip on this if you tune in. You don't need a massive overhaul. Start simple, drink enough water, eat foods rich in potassium, magnesium, and calcium, think bananas, spinach, yogurt. Get moving, even if it's just stretching your legs, walking around the block, or soaking your feet in warm water before bed. Those little habits boost blood flow, feed your muscles, and send cramps packing. If you or a loved one are on daily meds, peek at the fine print, chat with your doc about side effects, and see if cramps line up with your pills. Sometimes, a tiny tweak in dose or timing can zap the problem without extra drugs. Taking care of aging health isn't about grand gestures, it's noticing the small signals and acting on them. Those simple steps build a stronger, calmer, fuller life. If you've stuck around this long, it shows you really care about your health or your family's. Maybe you're trying to solve those annoying cramps for your parents, grandparents, or even yourself. Maybe you're stressed, wondering why a loved one keeps jolting awake with leg pain. Or maybe you just want to live better and understand your body as you age. Whatever brought you here, you're on the right track. Knowledge is power for staying healthy. Cramps might be small, but they're one of your body's cleverest signals. Don't brush them off. Give yourself or your loved ones a little daily TLC, hydrate, eat well, move a bit, and see a doctor if you need a deeper look. If this video helped, even just a nugget of info, a new habit idea, or a reminder to care for yourself, here's what you can do. Hit like to support the channel and spread this to others. Subscribe to join us for more videos breaking down aging health in a real, doable way. Share this with your parents, friends, or anyone who might need it. A small share could mean less pain and more peace for someone. Drop a comment below with your story, or if you're dealing with something specific, let us know, we're here to listen and help. Thanks for hanging out till the end. Here's to you and your family sleeping tight, staying strong, and keeping those cramps at bay. Catch you in the next video.